show up ready to go for that game.
Great advantage for me because I'm detoxing myself prior to that
Why?
because I want to be fresh. But then again, I'm going to be trashed
I'm gonna
Wednesday
I'm
night.
gonna have a beer in my hand on the sideline whenever I'm not out there playing.
Hey,
It's
whatever floats your
Thanksgiving. It's
boat.
Thanksgiving Day, dude. Let the boys
Yeah,
be
but
the boys.
I'm so competitive, I'm not going to let some sort of secondary factor hinder my performance.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, let me in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Intrusive Thoughts podcast.
Welcome.
My name is EJ.
My name's Jake.
This is Jake, and this is our 13th episode.
So
We're very excited to bring to you, and is the week before Thanksgiving.
it's a special one, yeah.
Special week.
Starting the holidays, getting really busy. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, I mean, we're also very thankful that everybody watches our stuff, and we really appreciate everything you guys do for us. Remember to keep commenting, and subscribing on all of our content.
Always.
And sit back, relax, and it's going to be a good one for you guys. Nice
Cool.
little Thanksgiving edition.
It's brought to you by the turkeys.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've been really excited to actually talk about it because this is like from what you know from the holiday draft. This is my favorite time of the year.
Yep.
So everything about it from here on out is no more what you would call Scroogeness.
No more Scroogeness?
No.
You're Scrooge about everything else?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, no, because it was tough. Because I had this surgery, I wasn't working too much, and then I was off work. So, what I've come to just figure out about myself over this time is that if I don't work, I'm miserable.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was going through photos with my father and everything, and just seeing that, like, I always wanted to do something. So apparently that's a trend. So, and during the holidays, it's the busiest working season.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's why maybe I'm always more joyful.
Yeah. I mean, except for Christmas, then become Mr. Scrooge.
Nah, I'll be fine. You're giving this perception that I am like god awful to be around.
No,
like.
no, you're good. You're fine. I'm just messing with you.
But it's fantastic. So what's the plan for you? Everyone does Thanksgiving a little differently. I'm curious to see how you're looking into this.
Well, so everybody has their family, right? That does different things, whether it be at like grandma, grandpa's house, whether it be at your house, whether it be aunt and uncle's house, where they go and they celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They have their Thanksgiving festivities, Thanksgiving dinner, or lunch, or
Yeah.
whatever it may be. My family happened to, like, last year, or sorry, 3 years ago, we always had it at my house, and we were trying to figure out, like, what should we do. My parents were kind of in the middle of being very busy and weren't able to have it at their house. So we had 1 year where we didn't have it at our house, and my parents were like, we can't do
Never
this.
again.
We have to have it at our house every single year.
Because you know that you could do it better.
Yeah, I mean, not that you could do it better, but there's just certain practices you get into where you're just used to it. It's routine now,
Well,
and you don't want to break those.
that's the biggest thing with families. It's like everyone has their set holiday. Like this aunt and uncle has Easter, this one has Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
this one's Christmas, or maybe just one has everything.
My dad loves cooking.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving is one of his favorite holidays to cook for. So,
My dad enjoys it. My uncle takes Christmas though. So
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like he has to have the
Mhm.
holiday.
So we will be having people over the house. We'll have about like 16, 17 people over the house.
Nice.
Immediate family, and then some friends. Some friends are going to join us this year, actually. But we always hang out, do some football watching, do a lot of drinking, and a lot of eating of some very, very good food. We always, my dad and I stay up late on Wednesday night, the Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
It's changed since I was able to drink. I go out to the bar on Thanksgiving Eve night, enjoy myself. When I get home, my dad's probably been enjoying himself as well at home, and we always stay up nice and late and make the stuffing.
Can I ask you something then regarding like being at your house and like getting to the festivities and everything?
Yeah.
What's your like poison to drink for the night?
Mm.
Because I ask because every time I go over my aunt and uncle's, it's always a wine night.
Yeah.
Every time. I'm not the biggest wine drinker. I'll have it because it's the only thing they have, but it goes well with turkey. Turkey knocks you out. Wine's kind of just like the cherry on
Do you
top.
watch like the Macy's Day Parade?
I do.
Well, like I said, I go out and enjoy myself the night beforehand.
Yeah.
So my go-to is right when I wake up. Well, I actually get this ready on Wednesday night usually. Bloody Marys.
Really?
I get a nice little Bloody Mary tray ready. So when I wake up, I make one for me and I make one for my mom. We both love Bloody Marys. So start off with a Bloody Mary early in the day. Just to, a little hair of the dog just to get you going.
Yeah.
So you can actually talk to people when they come over and not just be like, ugh. But yeah. After that, I like to go with whiskey. I'm a big whiskey guy. It's just the thing is by the time dinner comes around, like after you stuff yourself like that after drinking whiskey all day,
Yeah.
usually I'm in a food coma after that, and it's just like downhill from there. It's like,
So you brought up on top of that, like that, the food coma was the best part
Mhm.
about it all. But you mentioned the parade.
yes,
To kind of top on, because I know people have been asking about like daily news and everything. Did you hear what the big topic about this parade this year was about?
no,
No.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, I kind of listened in. For once, I listened to the news, but it was just background noise. So it wasn't by choice. But it was on my good side. So pretty much,
so you were tuned in.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was either that or listen to my dad's same old story again. So I'm like, all right. But like everything that's gone over the last couple of years about like the LBGT community and everything, apparently some of the characters like anime and everything or whatever's in the parade isn't accepted by certain groups.
Okay.
Now, I'm not here to tell what you should believe, what you shouldn't, what you should like and not like. But it's a damn float. It has nothing. It's a fucking like piece of plastic that's filled up with air.
and
Why are we making like why is there a big fuss? It's been there for years. It's not bothering everybody. Cool. SpongeBob's up there. What are you gonna put some sort of label on him now?
I agree with that. Actually, just because, I mean, a lot of the stuff that they did with it's a very very touchy subject. It really is, especially with how
you
everything
can't
is
treat
done
it-
nowadays.
You
But
can't treat it touchy though. You have to be like stern with
it's
it.
tradition. This is tradition, and we're not hurting anybody by doing this. And people
Unless
are
it falls on somebody, then hey, different story.
people
but-
are going to disagree about things in life all
Yeah.
the time, and unfortunately, some of the views that are being shown that some people don't like are some things that people don't like. So you just got to live with that, and like. It's tradition.
Well, the-
We can't be changing stuff up like that.
Well, because they're saying like they're trying to make a point out of something that like you're going through and trying to find a needle in a haystack that's not even there.
Yeah.
Like you're just scratching at a surface where like no one's really gonna like say anything about it. But
Mhm.
obviously they're like it's gotten to a point where it made the news and they did petitions and everything. But like it's the same thing for the last freaking 100 years.
Do you know what I'm really excited about for Thanksgiving?
What?
Our Thanksgiving Day game.
Oh yeah, that is good.
That's going to be good. So, for those of you that don't know, every Sunday we play flag football, Jake and I.
That's why we come here a little limped.
Yeah. And we do a big Thanksgiving Day game and that we kind of prepare for all year. Do a nice draft to like choose teams. And Jake and I are opposing quarterbacks this year. So we are going to have a great Thanksgiving.
Are you actually
Where-
gonna play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm 100% playing.
I didn't know because of your injury.
Did I look like it was bad today?
No. But then again, everyone's going at quarter speed.
Yeah,
So
it's all good.
okay.
I don't need to move around that much.
I know you don't. Unless someone blitzes you, then you're screwed.
Nope.
All right.
I have my outlets. Don't you worry.
Okay.
But no, yeah. So getting to what you said about drinking, getting back to that, I'm gonna start off with a nice strong Bloody Mary in the morning, show up ready to go for that game.
Great advantage for me because I'm detoxing myself prior to that
Why?
because I want to be fresh. But then again, I'm going to be trashed
I'm gonna-
Wednesday night.
I'm gonna have a beer in my hand on the sideline whenever I'm not out there playing.
Hey, whatever
it's
floats your
It's
boat.
Thanksgiving Day, dude. Let the boys
Yeah,
be
but
the
I'm too.
boys.
I'm so competitive. I'm not gonna let some sort of secondary factor hinder my performance.
Nah.
It's just not gonna happen.
I mean-
Sweet potatoes would be everywhere. It wouldn't be a pretty sight.
Whoa. Speaking of stuffing
Yeah,
and sweet potatoes,
the sides.
let's do it.
I love the sides.
That-
You want to do a draft for it?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to go
Yeah.
there. All right.
I think we
So-
should do a nice draft for the Thanksgiving Day sides.
We should, and if anyone's on the live right now, you want to be a part of it, please just like start ripping them out. All right?
Yeah,
If,
comment.
hey, if you even have your own, like, tell me.
Yeah,
Like,
if you want to do a nice little draft.
I've heard some, well, not even a draft, just like tell us what your favorite side is because there are so I've heard so many on Thanksgiving. I'm kind of like surprised sometimes. So, do you want to do like the top? What would we do? Top 4?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
cool.
each of us can do 4.
Is there 8 sides really?
Oh, more than that.
So, okay, all right.
There is.
I'm not even gonna ask
if you-
because I don't want to give you any ideas.
If you want to get creative, I mean, I've had a lot of creative sides that people like.
let's just keep it to let's think of it and then draft it. 'Cause I don't want to give you any ideas and I don't want to expose myself.
I already know what like. I already know what my top 8 are.
All right. So how do we decide who goes first? You went first last time.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you want to go off that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Alright,
right.
with the,
So
with the first pick in the 2023 Thanksgiving sides draft.
sides wise, geez, this is gonna be tough. I have 3 top favorites. Judge me if you want. I'm going with sweet potatoes.
Really?
I'm probably missing something right
I didn't
now.
think you were gonna go there.
No?
I did not think you were gonna go there.
Sweet potatoes, man. There's nothing better than just marshmallows on top, going to that gooey stuff. I do have a favorite at top of it, but I think
I didn't think you were gonna go there at 1. I think you reached a little bit. Not gonna lie, that was in my 3. That was.
I know it is.
that was in my 3.
I think I took it a good spot.
All right. Well,
so let me hear.
I'm gonna start off with the traditional mashed potatoes and gravy. Mashed potatoes and gravy hit different. They just hit different, dude. Nice warm creamy mashed potatoes with the. We always make homemade gravy, so the nice
Look,
thick homemade gravy on top of it. Oh, so
solid.
good.
It's solid pick. I didn't see it as the one. Because if you're talking about like you can have mashed potatoes any day of the year. Like think of it. Like I can make mashed potatoes with broccoli and chicken. Like
Okay.
that's something you make all the time. Sweet potatoes, you only have it realistically once, maybe twice a year.
Okay.
So that's how I think it should have gone. But here I'm gonna take your other third. All right, you ready for it?
Mhm.
Stuffing.
I was gonna say stuffing should have went 1 and like stuffing and mashed potatoes should have went 1 and 1. That's what I.
Stuff it. It depends on who makes it and how they make it, because there are so many varieties of it. But stuffing would be my number 2. Just goes. It's hand in hand with mashed potatoes. I agree.
Definitely. That's solid. It's solid.
So then for round 2, pick 2.
I'm gonna go green bean casserole.
Jeez. I've had some really good. I've never liked green beans, but I've just started trying some new
Green bean
casseroles
casserole.
with what on top?
The crispy fried onions.
No. Bacon.
Nah, crispy
No?
fried onions.
There's always bacon on top of the green bean casserole.
Nope.
Every year.
Nope.
It's the bacon makes everything better.
I mean, it does, but not on this one. Not on mine.
It really does.
Okay.
I think there's some cheese on it too that's melted. I think. I can't remember. I don't eat it often. All right. I have an idea, but we're not doing desserts, right? Desserts don't count. I want to ask.
I mean,
Because it's not a side. You're talking during dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Geez. I have no idea. If you want to think of it, actually, when someone does have a good dish of it, I'm gonna say mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese, definitely good.
Traditional. I don't have it usually, but I would love to have it. Honestly, I can't complain.
In my
And that's my third
three,
one.
I'm gonna take egg salad.
I'd never see that was not even on my list. You could have had that in the last pick if you really wanted
That's
to.
fine.
I just never liked it.
That's fine.
It-
I think it actually pairs very well with like the turkey. I love putting a little bit of egg salad on my turkey.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of weird.
Nope.
You're mixing cold with hot though,
Eh.
and it's egg salad.
Mm.
Yummy, yummy.
I mean, I always every Thanksgiving we either have some combination of potato salad, egg salad, or coleslaw to go along with the meal.
I'm just not a big fan of the salads. Potato salad's pretty good if you get the right kind. But if yeah, nah.
Okay.
I would stay away from it. So, but
Okay.
I got one more pick though then, right?
Yeah.
So for the fourth round and fourth pick, or whatever pick it is, seventh pick, I don't even know what other sides there are.
I got one in my mind.
I have one, and I don't know if I should use this, but because I have a lack of.
You're drawing a blank on everything else.
I really am.
Go ahead. Hit me with it,
Because
then.
I'm.
You're picturing it.
I'm picturing my table right now. What's in front of it? I know there's cranberry sauce, but I don't eat that, and that usually goes along with the turkey. So I can't take that. I'm trying to think what else people usually forget to bring because we always forget that one dish.
My dish, I'm gonna say in my four, or my side, is a side that I've only had once, but it is delicious. Just letting you know.
You know what? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with an old timer because this can be multi-use. The ultimate bread and butter combo because you can use that bread to soak up all the gravy,
that.
all the butter.
I was
cleans
on
up your
I
plate.
was honestly thinking about that to go 3.
That was my only thing I could think of. Like I don't think there's really anything else that would really go with a dish. And maybe hey, I'm not as experienced or I'm drawing a blank on something else, but there's nothing else that I can think of right now. No.
You already used the bread and butter. You already used the bread and butter. You could say it after this, because don't give me ammo, which I don't need ammo. You know the sweet.
I don't know if it's a side.
You know
though.
the sweet, sour kind of taste you get from the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
That goes along with the turkey. Last year I had a really, really good honey glazed carrots. You take the carrots and you put them in.
Damn it.
Dude,
I
so
forgot
good.
about the carrots.
so good.
Oh,
It's just that sweet, savory flavor
Can you stop?
that goes along with the turkey,
Ah,
and it goes along with the stuffing,
Jesus.
and it goes along with the mashed potatoes.
I can't believe I forgot the carrots. You know what? No, because I'm not sure.
That
if
was a solid 4.
that was a great 4.
Yep.
Let me see. There's someone on here. A couple people joining. Mr. Smith. Awesome. Cool.
Pleasure having you guys,
Yeah. Thank you for joining. By the
guys
way.
and girls. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: after everything's said and done, good draft.
Mhm.
Everyone, let us know what you think it was. For me, my setup was sweet potatoes, stuffing. What was my third one? Mac and cheese
Mac and
and bread
cheese.
and butter. And yours was
Mine was mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Green bean casserole.
yep,
Egg salad
yep,
and honey glazed carrots.
solid. I'm very curious because that's actually a really good team
Yeah.
for both.
Yeah. I
But
think we both did very, very good in that draft.
if I said ham, would you discredit it?
Yes, because
Okay.
that is also a main dish in.
That's why I
Like,
thought.
like some people just do ham for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Not me, but I know some families that
we
do.
we treat it as a side dish. Like I mean,
Yeah.
well, it's a second protein for the plate. So I wasn't sure. I was thinking about it after I said it. I'm like,
No,
you
no,
can.
I would have ixnayed that. I would have been done. I would have been like, nope, that don't count. Ham don't count. I'm sorry. It's a secondary main dish.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a side.
That's why I thought. That's why I didn't go with that.
Cool.
But I love that. That's I never want to do anything the next day after having all that food because I always try to have like 3 plates and I'll never finish like
Oh,
the
dude,
third
you
one.
get done. You get done 2 plates. Your eyes get wide because it was so good, and you're like, I could do a third. You get everything on your third plate, and by the time you get everything on your third plate, you're like, I just made a terrible decision.
Mm-hmm.
Go back, start eating it, and you're like, I can't finish it.
So I actually have a interesting thought. Like, is there a specific way you should eat your dinner to maximize the full potential of what you can consume? Because turkey makes you sleepy. So, in hindsight, you want to avoid that.
What's it called? What's it called? I forget. I had the name on the tip of my tongue. It's the stuff that's in turkey that makes you sleepy.
You're talking about the chemical itself.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
I forget.
I know what you're talking about, but that's what makes turkey more like.
When you eat your turkey on Thanksgiving, how do you have you prepared a turkey before?
Me
Like
personally,
you
no.
personally?
I've watched it. I've helped out. Dark meat or white meat.
Dark meat.
White meat.
I mean, I do
White
a
meat tastes
mixture of
better.
both, but I love some good dark meat.
White meat's it has more of the flavor, in my opinion.
Okay.
Um,
When you get stuffing,
Yeah.
that's why I was trying to say with preparing the bird.
I always
Do
put
you
the
do stuffing in the bird
Yeah.
or in a pan on the side?
in the bird.
In the bird. In the bird.
Because you got to get all the juices flowing and
Yep.
the mixture of flavors. It makes it so much better. If you
So-
don't do it, it's so bland.
So when we prepare the bird, my dad and I inject it with beer,
Yes,
and
we
I
do something else with it.
I think that seeps through all the turkey and gets into the stuffing, and even just makes the stuffing even that much better.
My one of my coworkers at work, he just did his own Friendsgiving, and he put 2 Miller Lights on the bottom of the pan and just cooked it like that. And he's like, it was the best thing ever. I never even thought
Dude,
about
we
it.
inject it. Take an injecting needle,
Hey,
a baster,
inject.
and just put it right into that turkey. Usually some Negro Modelo, a little bit of like a heavier lager.
okay.
Really good.
What if
What is your favorite part of the stuffing now? If you stuff it in the bird, is it the moist part or the crispy part on the outside? You know the butt end of it?
I like
how it
the I
gets
like the
nice
I
and
like the
crisp?
moist
Okay.
actually. Because crisp yeah, I don't know. I like the whole softer part of it, if anything.
I love the crispy stuff on the outside.
Fries is different. I like in that same aspect. I like the crispiness of a fry, but not as much as the
The
softness.
softer.
But for stuffing, it's just more of a bigger portion. It's not like hand eating. Like hand food, food you can eat with your hands is where I want it to be crispy on the outside and then moist and flavorful on the inside. That's a good point though. But dude, no matter what you eat, how you eat it, how it's prepared, you're knocking the hell out
Mhm.
afterwards.
Oh yeah.
But the next day, I don't know how people get up and do Black Friday,
I don't either.
let alone go to work. I mean, luckily I don't have to go to work. My day doesn't start till 1, but
I have only done Black Friday once.
I've never. I mean, I went out Black Friday like at 2 o'clock when everything was gone because I'm like, all right, I have nothing to do. Let me just go do this.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, people are animals. Animals. What where would you come to the part of our society where we have to kill each other? There was a video last year I remember of showing the representation of Black Friday from U.S. to like Great Britain and like China. And we were like, it was like apocalypse.
Yep.
Everyone was stomping each other, ripping each other's hair. It's like, this is for Timmy. No, this is for Johnny. Like, mothers going at it, brawls breaking out left and right, theft everywhere. But then in UK, there's like 10 people at the door. They just walk in. They're like, hi. And there's all these cameras, and everyone's just like, all right, it's here. There's no sense of urgency out there.
So before COVID happened, I went out once for Black Friday, and we ended up going out on Thanksgiving night because a few stores opened up at 12 o'clock. What did he say? Mash is number one? Hell yeah. No,
Team White Meat though, my boy.
he is Team White Meat?
Yeah.
All right, Johnny boy. Appreciate it.
Sorry, continue.
So we went out like the night of, like before Black Friday.
Yeah.
So they were having Black Friday deals like where they opened at
They-
12 o'clock. Like
It's
that's
not even
back when
12, it's at like 10 o'clock
yeah,
now,
back
I
when
think.
places used to do that before COVID. Now since COVID happened, it
strict.
messed everything up. Not only that too, not only did it mess everything up with that, but like Cyber Monday. Like, do you partake in that as well?
Cyber Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've started to because I've realized like I'm like, all right, it's a scheme for me for them to make money because like the deals aren't deals; they're just like it's like excess amount of material. But I did this last year. I spent like $180 on like gifts, and I did the math. I looked it up after. I would have spent like $600 instead. So I see the importance of going to Black Friday, actually ordering it and everything.
Mhm.
Sometimes you don't get what you want. The biggest factor is like backups when you get delivered. But so I'm waiting for Cyber Monday. I have a list, well, part of a list that I'm waiting just to order.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for that.
I mean, like you said, though, this is one of the
Sometimes I just buy stuff for myself. I'm like, that's a great freaking deal.
it's one of the best times of the year right now.
That's
I
how
love
I got.
Thanksgiving.
That's how I got my dad's Alexa. I just saw it, and it originally was like 150 or something. It was like $25. I'm like, why would I not buy that?
Yeah, of course.
Like I wasn't even thinking about getting it for him. Like, okay, you sold me.
Mhm.
And I hate being sold. Everyone does. But me being in my job, I just understand it. But when I see a good deal, I'm like, all right, like,
Oh, you got it.
I can't pass that.
You got to
up.
respect the grind.
Like, it's not even a grind. I'm just like, hey, this AI knows me.
Yeah.
It knows I love the technology.
Yep.
Like it's listening to us right now, which is the craziest part.
Definitely.
So
So, what do you think is the most number one bought thing on Black Friday?
ooh, that's a great question, actually.
I don't know the answer to it. That was just a question
I would,
just thought about.
I mean, dude, there's so much stuff you can get. Um, my first thing is like a TV.
That's
like,
exactly what I was gonna say.
right?
TVs.
Like, see,
TVs or laptops that are on sale for
What-
like ridiculously low.
the whole point of Black Friday mostly is to get stuff that you normally would never get. That's the only reason.
Mhm.
Then you get some good deals here and there, you save some money. It's like Walmart on steroids. But I mean, TVs, laptops.
It's definitely
you-
something you have to do research for too, because places advertise for what their Black Friday deal is going to be.
Yeah,
You know, you
'cause
can't
they
just
can do
walk into
packages, too.
somewhere and be like, "Oh, is this 50% off? Is this like?" No, most people have done their research and have like a whole plan.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you get like a 62-inch TV and you're saving $300 or $500, whatever the case is, like, you're more inclined to actually buy it if it was on your mind already. That's the thing. Like, if you're not even thinking about getting a TV, you don't get it. But
Yeah.
for those who do, it sells out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing and everything, like everything. There's deals everywhere.
Yep.
So I like it though. I would never go on Black Friday. Cyber Monday is just, I think that's the way the world's gonna kind of
Shift into.
exactly. It's gonna mold
Especially with
itself.
like the Amazon Prime days that they have. It's like basically like a version of like a Cyber Monday.
Do you know the plan for Amazon? At least at one point it was where to get a drone to actually drop off the package within like a 30-minute period.
Yeah,
You know about that?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole premise of Amazon
Yeah. Is it really?
in the beginning. That was like their envisionment. That's what they envisioned.
Envisionment. Is that a word?
No, that was not a word. I'm sorry. Envisionment. That was what they had envisioned in the beginning. You
That was a
okay
good
over
one.
there?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm just making up words over here.
I know. I love it.
Yeah.
I can actually talk today.
Can
I
you?
spoke too soon.
Yeah. You were stuttering a little bit earlier too, and I didn't want to say it, but no, it happens.
I try, dude. I'm rocking on 4 hours of sleep. The fact that I am present with you, I'm grateful, but you should be grateful as well.
So
Honestly.
so one thing I want to bring up that I saw in the notes right there is we didn't ask each other how our weeks were,
No.
but both of us, this is another like off week that we've had because we didn't record last week.
Underwear and socks, number one, he says.
Who?
DeStefano, I think.
No, that's not the stuff. That's my boy,
Oh, okay.
John.
Sorry
Like,
if I'm misnaming you,
I,
but
I go golf with him. He's cool. Underwear and socks are number
that's so
one. You think?
weird.
For Black Friday, dude? No,
They are expensive,
I mean, they are definitely.
but I never thought to.
Nah,
look for
are
underwear.
they dirt cheap on Black Friday? I might go Black Friday shopping.
I'm
for
gonna
underwear
look
and
in them now.
socks cause man, your boy goes through a ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
What was I getting to say? Oh,
I don't know.
we were talking about our weeks, or we didn't ask each other about our week, which we usually do every time. But it was an off week. Both of us had something going on where we couldn't record last week.
I was
Jake was sick.
sick, and my surgery started acting up again.
Yeah, and then I, playing football, injured myself, and so with that being said, the one thing that you put on there, what was that about being sick?
About being sick?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the worst part? Oh yeah, wow, that was a while ago.
That was like a week ago when you
Yeah,
put that on.
well, it was 2 weeks, I think. Maybe it's been a week. But when you're sick, like, especially if it's just a cold, you're just like kind of going through the motions of it. But you know how it works. You get your sore throat, you get congested. It goes to like to the head, then to the chest, and then that's when you start coughing, and then you have a measly cough for like 5 days.
This time of the year is when everybody gets it too.
Yeah,
because
and-
of the weather change. You know, all the
And I'm glad no one's like, oh, it's COVID. No, it's not. My girl's like, oh, get a test. I'm like, no. Like, I'm not. It's not anything against it. I'm like, I know what I feel when I get COVID.
Mhm.
But
what is the worst part?
what's the worst part? Or yeah, I mean the worst part. Mine was bad, but I would have to say normally it's a sore throat. Like if I can't, I gotta word this correctly. If I can't swallow my own spit and drink like cold drinks or anything like that, it pisses me off. It's just terrible, especially when you're at night and you're trying
Yeah.
to fall asleep. It's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, what? Like, why is my throat dry as like the Sahara Desert?
I would say sore throat as well, but because it's very annoying. But I would also say the congestion.
but
I
it-
hate
not
not being
chest,
able to
the
breathe.
head.
Nah.
I hate the head congestion because that's where you get like the big headaches. You can't smell a thing. You just feel like crap.
I hate the chest congestion.
Chest, I can deal with that. I can deal because that leads to a cough. I can deal with the cough.
Yeah, but I got that asthma.
That's what I'm
mine's-
saying. It
mine's-
depends like how bad the cough
Mine
is.
scares the shit out of me
you
whenever
got.
I get it.
I can deal with it. I'm fine with a cough. I can hide it. I can take cough drops, whatever. But look, if I have one nostril and that's the only one that's functioning, It's not gonna. I lose my appetite and everything. It's just bad. Mine lasted for a couple of extra days, and I was just like, my coworker looks at me. He's like, "Dude, you look like shit." I'm like, "Thanks, man." And then
Appreciate it.
Shelby comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, you look like shit." I'm like, "Oh wow, it seems to be a fucking trend today or
Yep.
something." But it was bad. But I was unfortunately left alone to my thoughts, and I did find out like one stupid thing that because I had to duct tape my my flag back to my wall. Again, don't do that; it ruins the paint. But I didn't know duct tape wasn't spelled like the animal.
Yeah,
I-
you didn't know that?
I don't know. Like, tell me if I'm the only one that thinks that duct tape isn't spelled D-U-C-K. It's actually spelled D-U-C-T, which I had no idea. I've gone 25 years of my life thinking that it's like, oh, it's just named after a duck.
Yeah, duct tape is normalized as like a really strong tape nowadays. But what they used to be used on is HVAC systems, so like air conditioning systems and all the ducts that run through DUCTs.
See, even though when you say that, I think of ducks running through a freaking.
No, yeah,
Nice.
all the air ducts that go through a house, like all the vents and
Yeah.
everything like that. That's what it was used to. It was put around the seams.
So then, is that
So
the
that-
name, or is it just?
Duct tape, yes, DUCT.
So what came
ducts.
first, though? The name for the tape, or is it for the use for ducks? Do you know what I'm saying?
Probably the use for ducts, but then they found out.
It's like, oh, tape. Oh, it's duct tape.
Yeah.
That's what you're.
Yeah, because it was a tape that was strong enough. Because the thing about ducts is like you're putting either heat or air through it, or like cool air through it.
Yeah.
So it changes temperature a lot, and it needs to be very sticky. Because if you put like a regular piece of tape on it, it would probably pop off very quickly when there's a lot of heat or something like that applied to it. When you put duct tape on it, it's a very, very strong tape, and it doesn't get
So
brittle as quickly.
So let me ask you this then: like, what if it wasn't used for ducks in the beginning? If it was used for like tables or couches, like,
I don't know.
would it be called
I don't
couch
know if
tape?
it was probably. If it was used for couches, but I don't think it was used for couches.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. It makes sense for what it was used, but like, it's like the same freaking question: what came first, the chicken or the egg?
It's not the same question.
It is.
You need a duct to malfunction and have a.
So you're
seam
telling
in it.
me I have a duck here. I'm saying duck, but it sounds like duct. Yeah. You're telling me there was no tape. I grabbed a piece of tape. I'm like, oh, this is tape for ducks.
No, you put it on and you
Or
saw.
I said, let's get some duct tape.
No,
Like, there's no such thing.
First, you took electrical tape, and you put electrical tape around it, and realized, well, the electrical tape doesn't stick; it pops off really quickly. Now you find this other tape that's very, very strong. You put it on it, you're like, wow, this works perfect, like perfect for the ducts. Wow, it is now called duct tape.
You know what I'm looking up right now?
What?
When it was invented? The year of 1943, and Stow, who had 2 sons serving U.S. Navy, made this. What
is it?
the long history of duct tape? Wow, this is how you're
All right,
really
we're gonna be
try-
here for a little while, guys. We're gonna be here for a bit.
No, so it says the product was made with a thin strip of duck fabric. Literally, it says duck like the animal. Duck fabric with a plastic coat of a layer of rubber-based adhesive. It was reinforced for many objects, for shoes, boots, power cables, and window blinds. During the war, the history of duct tape was confined for emergency repairs. And then after World War II, misconceptions about the origins of duct tape started spreading. Because of that, there was 2 dissimilar products, duck tape and duct tape. So there was a tape named by the animal duck at one point.
And apparently duct tape never was used on ducts.
It says duct tape referring to the fabric or to the resistance of water, just like a duck bird.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why that I thought that, I guess.
No, there is also another tape that I actually have in my house right now that I haven't even opened up. It's just literally a picture of a duck, and it's duct tape.
Oh,
It's probably because it's water resistant.
so it was duct tape, and then they changed it to duct tape. So it wasn't for ducks before. It was during the 50s. Duct tape was employed in the construction sector for air ducts. So the production to keep everything gray and similar color. The name duct tape was given to the product after those years.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're right.
I
What
was
came
right.
first?
I-
A duck.
Yeah, it was so. Wow. So it was actually duct tape because of its properties and similarities to an actual duck's outer layer. But then, because of the wars, it was just used for the ducks themselves.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so see, I'm not crazy for calling it duct tape. I'm just calling it what it was before.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, eventually, like it turned into duct tape, but yeah.
So am I wrong then for thinking that's spelled with like a duck?
Based on this, no. It was actually, like you said, duct tape because it was resistant to water.
So then I'm not wrong here.
I don't think either of us are wrong in this situation. I think there's a lot of it that's misconstrued.
It is. Guys, make a movement for duct tape. And thanks, like, we're going to use it for turkeys, holding up turkeys, making bowls out of duct tape for stuffing and mashed potatoes.
No, we're not.
No? Okay.
No, we're not.
Okay, never mind. Scratch it.
Cool.
But I'm getting hungry.
Me too.
You want to go get some food?
Yeah.
Cool.
All this talk about Thanksgiving Day sides and everything got my mouth watering.
Of course. But, everyone, especially if you're on the live or tuning in, we appreciate you as always. Thank you for tagging along. Again, like EJ said before, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment on everything for TikTok, Instagram, intrusive_thoughts_pod_.
Look us up on YouTube, please. YouTube is one of our biggest points that we need to start pushing a little bit more, because you get the entire podcast, everything that you guys on live, and everything that everybody's seeing right now is on YouTube. We have all of our clips on there, and we have all of our full versions of these podcasts on there. So please subscribe to us on there. You don't have to hit the notification bell, but if you do, lets you know when we drop new content. And
that's the thing. Like we give you snippets, and we all love the feedback. But you guys don't understand. Like those snippets are just a little piece of all the other BS that we go through. So like if you are liking it, tag along. Just watch it for a little bit. If you like it, great. If you don't, hey, move on with your day.
And to correspond with our episode, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody. Much thanks on this Thanksgiving Day week. We
enjoy-
appreciate everybody being here.
Enjoy your time with your families. Put this on the background while you're eating. But enjoy it. Take the time off. Buy some fun stuff for yourself and significant others, and family. But other than that, Aaron, as always, I appreciate you.
As always, I appreciate you too, bro. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Later, bro.
I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, I don't want no fake